Buenas chicos, seguimos aquí en Contras, en la atracción del barco, donde nos quedamos en el anterior vídeo, que está a media de arreglarse la atracción, y nos quedamos donde veis el pulpo este, creo que es un pulpo, no un calamar, pero bueno, si me equivoco no pasa nada, da igual. Sea lo que sea, es un bicho. Ah, vale, es la sombra lo que se mueve, vale, vale. Uy, va, me he equivocado, joder. Tenía que haber soltado la bola ahí. ¿No se mueve la bola o qué?
And take that! Bam! Say goodnight, Gracie! Uh-oh. We didn't break anything, did we? Maybe we can get out that way. Oh, I bet there's nothing actually broken. I bet it's just something you forgot to turn on. Figures Daddy bought it.
Bueno, pues ya hemos
I
terminado
bet
de
there's
arreglar
just
la
like one
atracción del
thing he
barco.
forgot to do, and that's why the
A
whole
ver qué es
ride
lo
isn't working.
siguiente.
It's probably in the control room, or the engine room, or something like that. Come on! It's dark out there. How are you gonna climb on shadows if it's dark? Hey! This is that maintenance room I was talking about. Why didn't Daddy do it? I bet he didn't even read the instructions. I think we can restart the whole ride. I knew it. I knew it was something simple. I think all we need to do is pull these levers at the same time. Are you ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! I think we fixed it. I think we fixed the whole thing.
A ver, vamos a buscar lo siguiente, a ver qué es. Mira lo que hay aquí. Qué poco sube. Uy, casi. Vamos, gordo. No tiene fuerza el gordo. Uy, uy, joder. Esa se ha caído. Vaya fuerza, pedo, madre mía. Mañana. José, que le da la X. Es que no llega, es que tiene que ser un salto grande, joder. Es que había dado bien fuerte y ha subido muy para arriba ya, ¿no? Joder, ya era hora. El gordo este. El barrigas. Eso es un cerdo ahí montando un cohete. Joder. Y se sale fuera. Joder. Menos mal. A ver esto que es.
Hey, has anyone seen the princess puppet? We can't really start the story without her.
That sounds like Daddy.
Darn. Where did I put
Estamos en
her?
un teatro.
Ah, there she is. Once upon a time, there was a princess who lived in a castle with her father, the king.
Bueno, por ahora
The king
no
loved
puedo
her
hacer
very
nada.
much because daddies love their
No
daughters.
sé nada.
Unfortunately, the kingdom
No puedo ir a
also
ningún
had
sitio
an
todavía.
ogre who was eating travelers because ogres do that. So the king did what kings do and promised that anyone who slew the ogre would get to marry his only daughter, the princess, and become king when he died. The king's lands were very far away, and the ogre was very large, so only one knight showed up. His name was Fred, and he fell immediately in love with the princess. Fred was a brave knight, and he marched off the next morning, singing a
Él puede
brave
pasar.
song as loudly as he could.
Claro, claro.
After several days had passed, the princess got to wondering what had happened to her future husband. So she set off into the forest to look for him. The princess tracked Fred's footprints through a strange
Vale,
wilderness full of scary
A ver
sounds
la
and
historia
hidden
del
dangers.
cuento este.
Chasms filled with razor-sharp bamboo. Fortunately, She was a very brave princess who loved adventures, just like you. She used her wits to get past unexpected obstacles. She came to a wide river filled with snapping crocodiles. She couldn't even swim. So what do you think she did?
She ran on top of their heads.
That's right! It was a magical forest where the plants seemed to know each other. She had to use magic mushrooms to get high or up. Unfortunately, she impaled herself on the bamboo. Wait, that's not what happened.
No. Primero esto.
She learned to use some bendy tree branches to fling herself across a patch of deadly sharp bamboo. As the sun was setting, she came to the giant ogre's campsite. And there, the princess discovered that the ogre had captured Fred and hung him from a tree as a snack. The ogre did not appreciate visitors at all. Even Fred seemed a little embarrassed to see him. But the princess was a woman of action. And she was nimble, and the ogre was clumsy and easy to taunt.
What's a taunt?
That's when you make fun of someone. You should never make fun of people, but with ogres, sometimes you have to. And so the princess tricked the ogre and rescued Fred. Fred didn't feel too good about it. He really loved the princess. Fortunately, the king told him about a giant spider that he could slay in order to win the princess's hand. So Fred marched off to the lair of the giant spider, singing a brave song, a little less loudly than before. After several days had passed, the princess got to wondering what had happened to her future husband. So she went off looking for him again. Fred's footprints led her into a dark and creepy cavern, full of strange dripping sounds, kind of like the basement at school. Her footsteps echoed and echoed, until it sounded like someone was following her. Soon, unfortunately, she impaled herself on the bamboo. Wait, that's not what happened. Soon, she came to a vast pit, filled with vicious, deadly spikes.
¿Qué pretendes? La
It was
muñeca no
much
vuela.
too big to jump over. But far off, she could hear moaning. She thought it might be Fred. So what do you think she did?
I know.
What?
She used an umbrella.
What?
Like that nanny in that movie.
This is the Middle Ages, honey. Where would she get an umbrella?
I don't know, but that's what she used.
I don't think I have an umbrella.
Well, you better find one, because she used an umbrella.
Where am I supposed to get an umbrella?
Pues nada, vamos a coger el paraguas y lo vamos a dejar aquí. Ya en el próximo vídeo veremos qué sucede con el cuento este de teatro de la atracción del circo. Así que bueno, chicos, nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Un saludo a todos y hasta la próxima. Chao.